Hey, it's Josh with Hardy Brothers Outdoors. I'm getting ready to go next door to my neighbor's house. They just recently had a little event that took place that actually confirms the fact that these people are doing something right and living right. You're not going to believe it when you see it. All right, I'm standing here at my neighbor's, right on the edge of my property and their property. This American cherry that has broken behind me is about 20 feet up, I would guess, maybe a little bit more. And you won't believe the natural bend in this tree, how it just absolutely curved and missed the outhouse they have here. Now, in the county, there's very stringent requirements for plumbing, probably the only thing that requires inspection. And they have one of the nicest outhouses that's been inspected, well built. These guys are meticulous with their projects and really great friends of ours. And I've never had any doubt that they weren't good people, but this just proves the point that they're doing something right and living right. Let's take a look at how this thing bends right around this outhouse. Now you can see here how this just has a natural curve and goes right around. And up here, there is a little tiny bit of damage. So you can see that it did just clip it, just barely. And you look back up the hill at that tree, had it broken off just a little bit higher, we'd be having a different discussion here about this outhouse. We'd be cleaning up a destroyed outhouse. So the great thing is, I let them know that, hey, noticed as I was walking around the pond that the outhouse has just been spared by this tree. I have a loader on my tractor. They don't have one on theirs. And I offered to cut up some of the limbs, get them out of the way, you know, create some firewood, whatever we needed to do with it. But also asked if I might be able to get the saw logs that are in it. And as one would expect with these great neighbors, they said absolutely. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit here. I'm going to get the forks on the tractor here in a bit and the Uniforest skidder to see what we can do to get some logs out here away from this, get them carried out of here. And at this point, I'm collecting logs, but we'll get some logs ready for the sawmill. Hopefully we'll get that thing fired up here in the next couple weekends. So stick around as we get this tree bucked up and out of there. That went pretty quick. Still got to get the logs bucked up for the sawmill, but let's say 20-25 minutes was all I spent there cleaning that up. So get some firewood out of here, and then we'll get the other attachments on and get the skidder out. Okay, I got the winch on the tractor. Just tried to make my first attempt to lift a little bit of the end of this thing, and I can pivot it, but that's about it, or you know, tilt it up. So that's what we've got. We're gonna make a couple cuts here, figure out what logs we can use, and then go from there. Key thing is keeping it off the outhouse and figuring out how we're going to get it across this fence. I think I'm going to try to drag the log uphill so I don't have to tear up his fence any more than is already there. So let's see what happens. What I'm figuring out here is this log's not as good of a saw log as I thought, based on the curves in it. So I'm gonna try to take about a 8-foot straight section. It's got a big old piece of fence post driven into it. I haven't been able to get that out. We'll see if I can cut it and have it fall right onto the forks and get it off the fence here without trying to drag it over the fence. Well, cutting up the rest of the tree was a lot easier than that part there. So we've got a big old piece of fence post. I'm not sure how far in it is. I'm guessing 2-3 inches. So be a little bit of character for that log, whatever comes out of it. Let's take a look at what we've got left here. So the pond is up there. That's the dam around the pond there. And so I'm thinking, and I've got a bunch of maple logs up there that need to be drug out with the winch. So that was my plan, to get some of these out of here so I didn't tear up this fence. It'd be a lot easier to bring them 6 feet across the fence here. But I don't know. And that remaining piece that's standing, you got to assume at least probably a foot, 2 feet down into it. Fibers have been pulled out of the boards when they break off like that, but I don't know. But there might be another log out of that if I put a rope on it and pull it to the side. That might be the trick. But I think I'm going to end today's. I've got the skidder on, so we'll do that as part 2. Haven't had the Uniforest out for a while. Got a number of things to pull, but I think this one's long enough. We got it off the fence. We've got some logs here. I'm gonna get those hauled, put somewhere, seal up the ends, and we'll get them on the mill before too long. So thanks a lot for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you enjoy our content, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.